a little bit more. Yeah, from there. So I'm going to bring her foot into a dorsiflex position. So I'm already pre-stretching the tissue. If I was doing the zinc oxide method, then we would tape it into a neutral position here. But once I've taped her trying to walk, she'd be limping. She'd be like, oh my God. And I've got to walk with this on. Sock on, shoe on is not so bad. With this one, we are almost pre-stretching the tissue ready. This is a connective tissue in here. So it's not muscle, it's not tendon. So this is an exception to the rule because we don't tend to stretch the tape. But with this one we will. I'll show you why. Now what we're going to do first of all is, there's no squares on here, but imagine where the square would be. If you rip that, you have a choice. If I peel that off, it means I'm going to end up contacting the edge of it. And if I contact it too much, I'm going to take a layer off every time. Okay, so you can, if you want to, just keep it in contact so you don't have to do that. And apply that distal to the pane. And just stick that first square down with no stretch. Because if I place it and pull it, where it attaches is going to pull and is going to cause a reaction to where I'm pulling. So the bit that's only working will be in the middle of the tape. So from there, lock it down with 2 fingers, pull it, so it causes it to lift. And then you can peel it back to the first square. Now, what I suggest, what works for me, and when it doesn't work, I'll teach something different. But this is what I've been teaching every month for the last, I don't know, 3 years, 4 years, maybe longer. So I will lock it down and I will stretch it at 100% stretch. And I normally go between 50 and 75 for this one. I would write it in my notes, and then as it comes up the Achilles, I would ease off to about 50. 2 fingers, glide up, no stretch on the end. It's got a ref for me to get a little twister. There you go. So blend it to one side, like so, yeah. And then underneath, you can use the back of the tape. If you use one side, it feels quite firm. Turn it over, you get a bit more friction. Just for a couple of seconds. Remember, people are ticklish here, so just bear that in mind. So that's part 1 done. Okay, part 1 done. If it's not working for my patient, and I wrote in my notes 75% stretch, Kenzo says less is best. So rather than stretching more, which you might think you would do, stretch less. Okay, so less is best. Because it's not designed to feel tight. It's designed to allow you to move and things like that. So it cannot be restricted. This one, go from the inside, again, peel it. You can peel it back if you want to. It's up to you, you can keep in contact. Apply that to the medial malleolus. Yep. And then stick that down. And then I'm going to pull out. And again, where the pain is, just here. Lock it, 100%, 50, 75, cross the area pain. And as it comes up on the lateral side, you can ease off a little bit to 50. Cross over the lateral malleolus. Blend it around the bones. And then a couple of seconds to see it activate. And that'll be the first technique done. We'll do a couple of techniques and we'll have a coffee. Now Lucy, have a walk around please. Within 5 to 10 minutes, Kenzo says you won't feel it's on. Sock on, shoe on, you definitely won't feel it's on. So it's not going to restrict the movement. The thing is, I would say to my patient, now let's say it's Monday. Yeah, I've treated her, I will say leave her on, say till Friday, have a day or 2 rest, and I'll say, could you come back in on Monday next week at 10 o'clock? She'll go, oh yeah.